but a Cherokee. And actually, my dad had a picture of her when she was probably 70, something like that. But I did have somebody tell me one time, and I don't know where he got his information, but all of the Indian tribes that began with a C, they were all Hebrew Israelite Indians.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Chippewa, Cherokees, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm part Shawnee. I've got Shawnee blood.
Well, the guy on the internet wants to know if the Russians are in his backyard.
What state's he in?
Oh, what state you in, Festus? He's out west somewhere, I believe. I'm not positive.
I'm hearing that they're loading up off Washington State there, off Whidbey Island and some of those naval bases there that the United States has.
Uh-huh.
That the Russians are bringing in fleets and hiding them at these naval stations.
I heard this 10 years ago, that the Russians were on the coast and this and that.
Well, you know what? They've been there for years. Because if you remember the lawsuit a couple years ago where the sailor sued the Army because the Russians had beamed a laser into his eyes. He was a pilot and it blinded him.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up losing the lawsuit. Well, the Russians have been coming in and out of those ports for years. And the Chinese have their own port down by San Francisco in California. They've been coming in and out. These Costco containers on our trains, all back and forth all over the United States. China owns Costco. What are they shipping? Baby seats? Day in and day out for years.
Why would we give an airport to the Germans?
Well, you know what? This is all planned. It's planned to get our military out of the country.
Yep.
So that when they declare martial law here, the Russians and Chinese can man the camps and control the country. It's all scripted. It's going to come to pass sooner or later.
Yeah, there's a man on the internet, his nickname's Screech. He wants to know about the book of Facade, F-A-C-A-D-E. F-A-C-A-D-E. I'm not familiar with it myself.
C-A-D-E, Facade?
Yeah, Facade, F-A-C-A-D-E.
That's Facade, the book of Facade?
Yeah.
And I have never heard of it.
Well, that makes two of us. Well, maybe he'll type something in, because I'm reading the text here. So type something in saying what it is. Well, anyway, I congratulate you for studying a lot and not believing what the world teaches for sure.
Yeah, it's the only thing I can encourage everybody to do, especially in your Pal Talk group, is just start seeking the Lord every day, asking for the truth and all things to be revealed. Seek Him honestly, seek Him in spirit and in truth, and He'll teach you the truth. He'll get you away from man-made religions, man-made deceptions and manipulations, and bring you into the truth under Him. We don't have much time left.
Yeah, until a person decides to motivate.
There's no mysterious rapture that's going to take us all away before any of this hits. We could be in martial law tomorrow. So it's really important for everybody out there listening.
Martial law was coming, but I just keep thinking it's just around the corner. But
yeah, you never know. You never know. We could have a month, we could have a year, we could have, It's just you got to keep your eyes open.
Years, but, I
don't Stay focused on Him.
I know it doesn't look good. I talk to some guys all the time that don't know a whole lot about this, but you can see it right in front of you. They're just taxing us to death. Our property taxes here in Indiana are just unbelievable.
Yeah, and they're unconstitutional. And all this stuff will supposedly come out with this NSARA when it gets announced. There's so many different things that can be played right now with NSARA, because everyone's going to love NSARA because it's going to cancel all their debts. And so what they can do is keep rubbing taxes and taxes in people's faces to the point where they're angry, and then offer this NSARA that negates everybody's taxes. I'd rather pay taxes than spend one day under NSARA. This is going to be the peace and prosperity agenda of the Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that you learn all the different things that are coming and they can go on, so that you can know how to react to them all. That they're not all of God, because some of the stuff coming is just so good that a lot of Christians will be deceived. But I have all this on my website, AmegansAreLiars.com. Spend some time there.
Do you? This might sound crazy to some, but do you see in the modern churches almost preaching like universalism?
Well, the modern churches, to me, are no different than the whores of Babylon that the Apostle John warned of. The whores of Babylon.
the whores or harlots in the Bible were the two sisters.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 23. Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother. Those are each one refers to each house of Israel. Ezekiel 23, verse 1 through 4.
And if you look in Revelation chapter 4, the church of Laodicea, where Jesus is seen standing outside the doorway, because the churches are so rich, they're in need of nothing, and he's not even welcome in them. That's the picture of most of our churches today. They're counting on their own materialism, and they're worshiping their own give me God, and they're not worshiping him.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in.
Okay, hey, thank you. I'll get back to Pal Talk. Maybe somebody else will call in.
All right,
thanks a lot, Jerry. Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless. And I got about 10 more minutes. Anybody else wants to call in with questions? Phone number is 260-356-2611. Some of these Pal Talk discussion groups are really great. If you're on the internet listening to me at the same time, you can go to Pal Talk and find these discussion groups. If you have a microphone, you can join in and talk to them without having to type. There's all kinds of chat groups in Pal Talk. You just probably go to paltalk.com and download their software. I believe you have to have Pal Talk software installed. But it's really amazing. There's all kinds of ministries that will go and get Pal Talk chat rooms where they can all meet.
Sherry?
Yeah.
You have John queued up whenever you're ready.
Okay. Put him on.
Well, hello, Sherry?
Yes.
Hi, this is John from Indiana.
Hey, John. How you doing?
Oh, excellent, excellent. I was calling you about something. I was shopping for food the other day, and it's getting almost impossible to buy anything that doesn't have the genetically modified corn or soy in it. I think it's getting to a very serious point.
Right.
Some people think that this is part of the plan, that this genetic engineering hitting us in the food day after day, and in sneaky ways where we can't ascertain what's actually in the food is a real problem. What do you have to say about that?
Well, a lot of the manipulated food, if you'll notice at the same time, you're no longer allowed to ship real produce seeds across the United States. I don't know if they put a total clamp down on this, but I know they had in Washington where you couldn't, real vegetable seeds. They're putting a clamp down on people being able to commercially buy and sell these things because they want to push this manufactured food off of everybody. It's pure poison. It's all poisons. If you look at the milk, I don't even want my children drinking the milk anymore.
I drink only goat milk, and that just occasionally.
Yeah, and you know what's even scarier is I bought a couple pounds of hamburger meat a couple weeks ago. Never got around to it. Never got it in the freezer either because I'm through Pee Wee football. I'm in and out all day long, every night. So I would expect that meat to spoil within 3 or 4 or 5 days at the most. It should have been a spoiled mess sitting in my fridge. This stuff never changed. So what are we injecting our food with? I mean, I sat there in amazement and left it there knowing I wasn't going to touch it because I knew it was spoiled. But it never changed looks. It never changed colors.
In many cases, when it doesn't change looks like that, and it's meat or a meat product that's been exposed to radiation.
Right. Our food is getting it's dangerous. I mean, if you're drinking the diet pops, those are pure poison.
I believe it. Yes.
Yeah, the diet pops are pure poison. Stay away from anything you're better off eating regular sugar than you are the Sweet and Lows. Those are pure poison. There's a lot of poisoning in the food, especially the water contamination, with the fluoride in it.
And there are very few processes that will take that out. Usually the reverse osmosis will take the fluoride out, but it's good to check.
Yeah. And most people don't even think about the water. But, it's going to come down to the point where it's going to be so hard to eat anything. I do believe in this one thing, that if you pray over your food and ask the Lord to bless it, that the poisons will be removed out of it.
Oh, that's a very, very good idea.
Never eat without asking for it to be blessed.